Lacey here with the Sweet Pea Chef. Welcome back. If you're anything like me, you love a hot latte during this time of year. They're just so nice to cuddle up with and just keep warm, and there's so many different cool flavors that you can have. The trouble with most store-bought lattes though, at those coffee shops, is in addition to being super overpriced, they're also loaded with a ton of sugar and extra artificial ingredients that you do not need in your latte. So today I'm going to show you 4 easy and healthy latte recipes you can make at home without an espresso maker and full of unrefined ingredients. Sound good? All right, so let's get started. Okay, do you agree with me that eggnog is an absolute must this time of year? If you do, I am super excited because I have an eggnog latte recipe I want to share with you. But first we need to make a clean eggnog, which is also a great recipe. So to get started, we need to add a few ingredients to a kitchen blender, starting with some egg yolks, unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, raw honey, ground nutmeg, and ground cinnamon. And then just let that blend for a little bit to get nice and mixed. Then we're gonna pour that into a saucepan and we're gonna start heating it over medium heat. We're gonna add in some whole cloves and stir those in. We're gonna cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes, stirring frequently, and it's gonna start to get a little thicker and it's gonna get heated through and it's gonna cook those eggs without turning them into scrambled eggs. If you notice that it starts to get close to boiling, you wanna remove it from the heat and whisk it vigorously until it calms down and then return it back to the heat. You wanna keep it below a boiling the entire time. Once it's nice and thick and looking luscious, go ahead and remove it from the heat and add in some vanilla extract and stir that together. Then we're gonna pour the mixture through a fine mesh sieve into a larger bowl so that we can remove those cloves and any other particles from the eggs or anything else that got in there along the way. And that right there is eggnog. It's clean eating, healthy eggnog that you have no added refined sugars or anything. You can put that in the fridge if you want and get it cold and serve it as regular eggnog. But today we're gonna be making some eggnog lattes, so that is just gonna make it just so much awesomer. So we're gonna add in strongly brewed coffee or espresso to a kitchen blender, followed by eggnog. Then go ahead and blend this mixture together until it's fully smooth. You're gonna notice that the top of it gets a little bubbly and frothy. That is what we're looking for. Then we're gonna pour that mixture out into our mug, and that is our homemade eggnog latte. It is so easy to make, so delicious and yummy and creamy, and that nutmeg flavor, with a little bit of extra nutmeg sprinkled on top. It is so good. Next, let's make a mocha homemade latte, which is also a very tasty latte. So in a saucepan, we're gonna add in our strongly brewed coffee or espresso, unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, full fat coconut milk at room temperature, pure maple syrup, dark cocoa powder, and pure vanilla extract. We're gonna whisk together all of the ingredients in here so that the dark cocoa powder gets absorbed by everything and it's fully mixed. Then we're gonna cook this for about 4 to 6 minutes over medium heat until it's nice and hot. P.S. You could add a little bit of peppermint extract to this to make it a peppermint mocha at this time too if you wanted. Just an FYI, it's also very good. Now you can either use an immersion blender right in the pot, or you can transfer this to a kitchen blender and we're gonna blend it until it's frothy on top and all nicely mixed together. Then we're gonna transfer that into a mug and then we get to serve that little bit of frothiness on top, and it's a homemade mocha latte ready for your enjoyment. So this season I have not been able to get enough chai lattes and chai teas. It's so good and I love that spicy flavor. So next we're gonna be making, you guessed it, a homemade chai latte that is so yummy and it's so easy too. So first we need to make our chai tea, and in order to get all of our spices nice and aromatic and flavorful for our spiced chai tea, we are going to cook it on the stove and roast them for a little bit to release their flavor. So in a saucepan over a medium heat, we're gonna add in some cinnamon sticks, whole black peppercorns, star anise, whole cloves, and some cardamom pods. We're gonna cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes over medium heat, stirring frequently until you can really get the nice aromatics of those spices and you can tell that those are ready and they've released that flavor and that spice. Then into that same pot, we're going to add in some sliced fresh ginger, some loose leaf black tea, pure maple syrup, some water. Now we're gonna stir the mixture together and we're gonna cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes until it's nicely heated through. The longer you cook it on the stove, the stronger the spice flavor it's gonna be. So if you like a mild spice, you're gonna not wanna cook it as long. Just get it heated through and then you can be done. And poof, there is a chai tea latte ready for you to go. If you wanna get that nice frothy topping, what you're gonna do is just like with our eggnog, we need to strain out all those extra particles. So we're gonna pour it over our fine mesh sieve and then we're gonna remove all of those extra pieces like the peppercorns and the cinnamon sticks and all of that. Then we're gonna pour that into a blender. We're gonna add in some pure maple syrup, unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, full fat coconut milk at room temperature. Now, if you wanted to make this a dirty chai latte, you could just add in a little bit of espresso or a little bit of coffee that has been strongly brewed. That would make it a dirty chai latte. So then go ahead and put the lid on and blend this all together until it's nice and frothy. Then we're gonna transfer that into our mug, top it with a little bit more nutmeg and cinnamon for good measure, and you have yourself a homemade, delicious spiced chai latte, which is so good, you're not gonna be able to get enough of this. I should also mention that you don't have to put all of these in a blender. Instead, you could use an immersion blender right in the pot, or you could use a mason jar and just put a nice cover on it and shake it vigorously with your hands, or you could use a hand whisk, any of those in order to just get that latte mixture agitated so that it has that frothy topping. Now we're gonna make a delicious and simple vanilla latte for all you vanilla lovers out there. So in our saucepan, we're gonna add in our strongly brewed coffee or espresso, unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, some full fat coconut milk at room temperature, and some pure maple syrup. We're gonna stir this together and we're gonna cook it for about 4 to 6 minutes until it's heated through. Then we're gonna remove it from the heat, add in our vanilla extract, and then we're gonna transfer that over into our blender to get it nice and frothy and blend it really well. Then pour it on into your favorite mug and enjoy. All right, so now you have 4 delicious and healthy homemade lattes that you can enjoy without that high price tag that you'd pay at a coffee shop. Plus, you don't have any of those added artificial flavors or artificial ingredients like refined sugars. These are so easy and don't require any crazy equipment to make. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. Is it mocha? Is it eggnog, chai tea, vanilla, something else entirely? Let me know what your favorite latte recipe is in the bottom of here with the comments. And if you're looking for a pumpkin spice latte, check out the link because I have a pumpkin spice latte that's healthy as well that I think you should check out. All right, thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to this channel and have a wonderful and latte healthy, happy, friendly, lovely day. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.